I'm Zach Carruthers, play bass for Portugal the Man.
Yeah, I'm Eric Hawk. I play guitar for Portugal the Man, and we're in New York City.
The Big Apple.
So you guys are gearing up to release your new album, Woodstock. The lead single, Feel It Still, has recently dropped, and I think it's doing really well. What do you guys think?
They tell us it's killing it.
Yeah. People that do numbers and things like that, they send us numbers that keep growing, keep getting better, and we think that's a good, people tell us that that's a good thing.
It's been doing so well, we play it twice a night. We play it 2 times within the set at this point.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, we play it at the beginning, play it at the end.
Well, I'm excited for tonight then.
Yeah, just drive it home.
If you didn't know the words to the chorus the first time around, you definitely know them the second time. It's fun to watch the crowd kind of react to it the second time around once they figure out what we're doing.
Yeah.
Can keep my hands on myself.
And the video for Feel It Still is pretty crazy. There's a lot of stuff going on, crying baby masks and lots of dancing.
There's some nightmare material in there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What was kind of the inspiration behind that?
So on one level, it's kind of like a druggy, lead singer fever dream, kind of wishful thinking pop star kind of, we got dancers, we've got weird house parties, pools full of cereal. But if you dig a little deeper, if you watch the video on feelitstill.com, there's 30 hidden Easter eggs in it that go to support causes that for just pretty much equality and humanity and clean water, Black Lives Matter,
Reporting fake news.
yeah, Shish Maref, like just 30 things that matter to us. And so, we just like the mix of those things. And it's caused us, we've gotten some shit for it for sure, but.
Yeah. We had our buddy burn a newspaper that says InfoWars. InfoWars, of course, doesn't have their own newspaper because they're not real news. But that landed us, I think we knew that that was going to kind of stir the hornet's nest a little bit.
I don't know how much.
I didn't expect Alex Jones to go out there and do 5 minutes about our so-called band and our political agenda, but the blowback from that was crazy. Just hate mail and death threats. It did a little bit more than just provide like a fun, druggy-looking video. It got us in some places that we didn't expect to be in, like InfoWars.
With so much going on in the world today, what do you think your job is as a musician? Do you think you have a role in it? I've seen some musicians be like, music doesn't matter right now. Some musicians are complete opposite. What do you think? I
mean, every artist needs to decide for themselves, but we use our voice for good and what we believe in, and we've never been a political band. We've dabbled, but everything that we stand up for shouldn't be political at all.
Yeah, there's things that have become politicized very recently in the last, I'd say, handful of years. Things like just women's equality. You have to be on one side of the coin or another on everything at this point. Everything is an argument, and everything's up for being put to a vote. Women shouldn't be paid the same amount as men. Let's put it to a vote. That's ridiculous to me that would be a political issue. That's pure humanist.
Yeah, totally.
So I don't think that we're trying to forward a single agenda. We would like it if people cared and kept their eyes open, because we're definitely paying attention to what's happening.
Care. Be a good person. It's not that hard.
So going back to your album, I think it took you 3 years to make?
Sort of.
Okay. Can you take us through the process a little bit?
We wrote about 50 songs, honestly, and we just kind of lost perspective. Some really great stuff. It was just a little bit unfocused, and the world kind of kept turning while we were making this album. And it wasn't like we could just put out an album that mentioned nothing about everything that's going on in our country and around the world right now. So while there was some really amazing stuff on there, we had to just kind of ditch that record, and it's not the time to put out that album.
To put out a song about a girlfriend or a mountain or anything like that, just it's disingenuous, because everything's really loud and everything's everything's kind of coming apart at the seams. So the album title came first, and then once we kind of had that story and that through line, the rest came together pretty easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is the meaning behind the album title, Woodstock?
We were up in Alaska hanging out with our singer's dad, and we're all there just having beers and chicken wings and stuff. We were actually filming a video up there and just talking to him. And he was giving us like a really good dad talk about things, and then he kind of threw us an envelope and said that he was like, hey, you guys get a kick out of this. And we opened it up, and it was his actual ticket to Woodstock.
So
And
cool.
I know, it was like, I don't know why, it hit me really hard. But he had it in an old toolbox that he had given to a friend back in the 70s. And then his friend was just recently cleaning it out and organizing his tools, and he found it at the bottom of the tool chest and mailed it back to him. He was like, hey, I think you might want to hang on to this. I don't know, everything kind of came together in a week. We decided that with everything going on and just how we were feeling, we were going to scrap the last album. We were going to start new. There was a bunch of pretty wild protests going on in Portland at the time. Kind of said, fuck it, we're naming the album Woodstock.
Big fan. I love that noise pollution. It's in my constitution. Forever dissolution.
Do you still consider Alaska to be an inspiration to you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, totally. It always will be. We grew up in such a special place and such a special way. Yeah, that just the imagery and the space that you have up there is just infinite as a kid, and just for your mind, you really kind of know yourself up there.
Such a weird question, but like, what are the animals like there?
Big.
Big, yeah.
We were talking about how scary they are.
When we were
cool.
kids, the moose population outnumbered the human population 2 to
Yeah.
1 in our valley.
And
Which
can't
is,
they kill you?
Oh yeah, totally. I got my life saved by a wolf. My friend's pet wolf. A moose charged me, and my friend had a pet wolf and a wolf husky mix, and they killed a moose and saved me.
Is that like a normal thing?
Nah, that
Sure.
was pretty weird. That was pretty weird. We grew up in a place that's very, very special, but it's very isolated and doesn't have a lot of outside influence. And so we really craved that, and we wanted to come to New York City and see what it was like, and meet the people, eat the food, drink the drinks, you know.
growing up and seeing things like NYPD Blue on TV, I'm like, that's obviously a movie set. There's no way that place is actually that crazy. And you come to it, and yeah, it's that crazy.
Yeah.
They're just filming on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about like watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, being like, what the hell is a neighborhood?
Yeah. What is that? You got the house like right next door?
Yeah.
That sounds annoying.
Yeah, sounds awful.
Oh, they're gonna hate it when a
They just-
shitty high school band practices.
They just come over and ask for cups of sugar.
Yeah, what?
Come on, get off my land.
Buy your own. Yeah.
And what's next for you guys? Just touring forever?
We're gonna start writing music again as soon as we can, and yeah, just tour forever pretty much.
This year is booked. We're getting things on the calendar for 2018.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
We out here.
We out here.